Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Matt Bills and I am a full-time professional photographer and videographer. And today I want to answer a question that I'm often asked about. What do I do to make money outside of photography? I'm guessing this question stems from the fact that I occasionally make reference to my other income streams on social media, and I'm happy to shed some light on what else I do. First and foremost, I am not a financial advisor. This is not a financial YouTube channel, and you should always do your own research and seek guidance from a professional. Everyone is very different in terms of goals, responsibilities, income levels, and so on. So you got to do what's best for you. Now, to accurately paint the picture, I'm going to include my wife and her business in this video because for us, we are one entity when it comes to money. There is no competition between us. You know, who makes more 1 month or year really isn't relevant in our day-to-day lives. You know, everything she makes and everything that I make all contributes to, you know, our ability to live the way we want to live. First up, photo and video work between my two brands, Aspects and Angles Photography and Get It Sold Listing Services, are my main sources of income. That's everything from sports to real estate, corporate events to headshots, senior photos to promotional videos, and really everything in between. I've been doing both of those full-time since 2019, and you know, thankfully each year the business has continued to grow, which is awesome. As I discussed in previous videos, I also take photos for the purpose of licensing them through all the different stock platforms. And by no means would I consider that a major moneymaker, but I have sold over 10,000 licenses, so I do consider it in my list of income streams. Next, my wife. She's a real estate agent and a very, very good one. She has sold over $120 million in real estate since she started 10 years ago. And for those that don't know, in Nebraska dollars, that's a lot of houses. Then there is our real estate investment portfolio. We decided early on, like in our early to mid 20s, that acquiring properties, remodeling them, and then renting them out was going to be really a cornerstone of our financial future. And so we did the math, and you know, we analyzed the numbers, and the numbers made sense. The idea of generating passive income each month while your assets, the house, you know, grow in value, it made sense for us and has proven to be a very lucrative endeavor. You might be asking how we were able to just start acquiring properties in our 20s. I know I said that a bit nonchalantly. So it's a fair question. In a previous video, I made reference to the fact that, you know, I worked a normal corporate gig from the age 18 to 31, and it started as an individual contributor, eventually moved to, you know, a managerial role and then senior management. And you know, that was between two very large, very successful companies. And, you know, this was all in the financial technology business, often known as the payment or merchant processing space. I made great money, and, you know, thankfully, I didn't squander it. You know, we traveled well and didn't deprive ourselves of certain things, but we always made sure to take care of our priorities first. Similarly, my wife worked in cybersecurity for the Department of Defense, a field she studied in grad school, and you know, she also made great money. She left that career to pursue real estate full-time a few years before I left my job to pursue photography full-time. Thankfully, we have always been on the same page in terms of money and our goals. So we leveraged those two incomes to buy our first home in, I think it was 2009, which was a small 2-bedroom, 2-bath home for around like $93,000. And we lived in that for a few years while we remodeled it. And then a few years later, around 2011, we built a house, which is the same house that we live in today. And it was at that point we decided to hold on to that first house and rent it out. Well, after that first one, we decided to get another one and then another one. And then fast forward to today, we own 14 single family homes, all of which generate, positive cash flow each month. Being a landlord has actually been a pretty positive experience. When we first got into the business, we did so with a goal of really destroying this slumlord reputation that exists in the real estate investment world. We rented for a number of years when we first moved in together, so we get it. And we wanted to actually provide a positive experience for our tenants. After all, they're living in our investments, and the last thing we want is for our properties to get destroyed by an angry tenant. And most importantly, we want our tenants to take pride in where they live. We manage the properties ourselves, and this helps us ensure that, not only is the property cared for, but the tenants have a positive experience as well. Last, we operate an Etsy store selling a number of digital assets primarily marketed towards real estate and mortgage brokers. My wife manages pretty much every facet of her real estate business, and a big part of that is designing marketing materials. Well, we quickly realized that there are a lot of agents out there who have no desire to design marketing materials themselves, which is totally fine. And they would rather buy them. So we created the Real Home Marketer and have hundreds of products available. It's been pretty cool to see that there are now agents in all 50 states and even a few international agents who regularly use our products in their business. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. If you have any other questions, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.